My god, this movie definitely proves that you should never trust a random beautiful woman coming up to you because they can seriously screw your life up. You never know if she's a con artist. Next thing you know, your wallet's gone. What? Okay, so Focus. So Focus stars Will Smith, and he's this professional con artist. He goes to various locations, steals from people, and he makes bank off of it. Then one night he meets Margot Robbie, who wants to go into the con artist business, and he grabs her, takes her as his apprentice, and teaches her his ways of becoming a professional thief. And during the course of their master teaching apprentice phase, they start to become a little bit romantically involved while doing their con artist things, and now we have our movie. I honestly should stop right there because there is a lot to Focus, and Focus, it's actually a pretty good movie. Now, Will Smith in Focus, I was a little bit worried because lately he hasn't been on his A game. You guys remember how serious and emotionlessly bad he was in After Earth? Oh my goodness. I honestly really thought, yep, the Fresh Prince is dead. There's no way we're getting him back. But you know, good for him for taking on serious roles, but deep down, a part of me was like, where's the Fresh Prince, man? Fortunately, I got the half Fresh Prince and half serious Will Smith in this movie. I'll explain that in a bit later. And Margot Robbie, man, oh my goodness. I could go on for days about this woman. She's all sorts of hot, man. Despite her huge breakout performance in The Wolf of Wall Street, I really think she is a fantastic actress. And after that movie, I was like, I want to see her in more stuff. And seeing them two on screen together, it actually worked for the movie. The chemistry between Will Smith and Margot Robbie may come across as a couple or a duo that seems a bit cheesy and cliched, but it's actually not. You actually buy these two as a master apprentice slash couple. Because Will Smith is teaching her how to come up to someone when you're going to pickpocket them, like play the mind game with them. And he's so damn smooth about it. I mean, if I was Margot Robbie, I'd fall in love with the guy too. The first 30 minutes was all sorts of badass. You see Will Smith and Margot Robbie and their team of con artists do con artist stuff, and I was like, this is some awesome shit right here. Because they have their sign language going on, and everything they throw up has a specific meaning. For example, like, this is a code, this is a sign, this means something, and this means something. Some of them aren't in this movie, but it's their way of telling them, hey, go steal something. And Margot Robbie gets good at it. She goes up to men and steals their watches. I'm like, I buy it. That is awesome. Because us men, seriously, who could resist such a beautiful woman like Margot Robbie? Some of them would put on an act like Will Smith, like they would use that as their advantage for someone to steal something. And during those scenes, I was like, yeah, that's where a little bit of the Fresh Prince comes out, Will Smith. Although it was cool to see that, I thought Will Smith was a bit stale and it wasn't as loose as he used to be. That sounded kind of weird. Because how we remember him, he had this energy, this confidence about him. Although it was there, it wasn't where I wanted it to be. Hey, hell of a lot better than After Earth, and it was enough for me to say, welcome back, Will Smith. Some scenes in this movie was like the edge of your seat scenario. It got pretty intense. The way it was directed, it made me go like, there's a little bit of Martin Scorsese going on here. And also a part of that had to do with the soundtrack, since most of it was blues rock music. Combine those together, you get Martin Scorsese. That was like the first 30 minutes, but then something happens and you're like, okay, what happened to all the cool con artist shit? The movie started off amazing, but then it kind of takes this downhill course and it just got less interesting. I mean, yeah, sure, you can argue it was a mean to develop the main characters' relationship, but they did that just fine in the beginning with their downtime, because it got to a couple parts where I was like, okay, when's it gonna start up? Oh, there you go. All right, we're back in action now. I'm just saying, I would have changed a few things if I was writing this movie, even though I have like no skills in screenplay whatsoever. Because admit it, you would too. So in the end, Focus had awesome chemistry between Will Smith and Margot Robbie. I liked these two together. It was like a little bit of tease for Suicide Squad, and I'm super excited for that movie now. It was awesome seeing them pull off certain jobs. It got extremely intense in some scenes, but then the movie takes a different course and you're like, what happened to all the cool con artist stuff? Either way, I had fun with the movie, because I say if you're gonna see Focus, see it at the matinee price. I'd say the first 30 minutes is absolutely worth it, and then the rest of the movie is just like, might not be so appealing to some. Have you guys seen Focus? What did you guys think about it? Whatever your thoughts are, leave a comment below. And as always, there's a link for my Twitter and my Facebook in the description. Keep in contact with me, but in the meantime, I have to get going.